If you really are starting from zero, like I did, and many other people are doing, what you need to do is you need to surround yourself with people who've done the exact same thing that you want to do from where you started. It's crazy to me that people who started from zero are trying to mimic people who are born into money and connections and maybe millions of dollars worth of a business already. There are some things you take from it, but what you really want to do is learn how people got to that point where some people started. In this video, I want to talk about 5 people that I believe you should follow starting today. And they've all started from zero, and now they have wildly successful businesses, so check it out. Hey, thanks so much for joining me. I think it's really important for you to start paying attention to people who've actually done what you want to do from where you started. Starting points really matter. You see, I started from zero, and now I have a 6-figure business from the ground up. And I think the stuff that I learned in the very beginning is stuff that a lot of people are not teaching, especially if they, started at a level that's maybe $1 million company already. How do you get to a 6-figure, $1 million company? That's the key. And 5 people that I've been following, I'm working with, I have worked with in the past, I know them really well, and they're a part of our upcoming programs in the future just because of their backstory, are going to be outlined in this video. So number 1, the first person I think you should follow right now, especially if you don't watch this whole video, you really got to know the name Tony Whatley. Tony Whatley is the author of Sidehustle Millionaire, and his book outlines how to start a side business. Now, he is not a big, proponent of quitting your job and then starting a business. He thinks you should have a job and also have a business on the side. And then once that makes enough money, that's when you leave your job. And it totally makes sense from his perspective. You see, he had a wife, kids, and then he got divorced, and you just can't quit a job if you have child support and all these obligations. And, he was even telling me that in the state of Texas, the courts rule that your child support is based off of your earning potential, not what you're earning. So, you really can't tell someone to just quit their job and start a business if they have all these obligations. And I think it's important to, I put that out there because my perspective is different. I didn't get married, I didn't have any kids, I didn't have all these obligations. The only person that would suffer would be me in my life. So if you are in that situation, I do believe you can go out and risk your life and your livelihood and your future if it's just you. But once you have all these other obligations and people are paying, or people are really a part of your life, you can't really say quit your job. Anyway, Tony Whatley owns a company called 365 Driven. Wildly successful guy. Started a company called LS1 Tech back in, I think, 2002, somewhere in there. And eventually grew it to a huge company, sold it off, and people came to him and wrote him a check for a couple $1 million. So he is a real deal millionaire from his own business, ground up. Created it, bought the domain, hosted the website, and eventually grew it to many users, got a lot of attention, started selling ads, started generating a lot of money. Very successful guy. Check him out, Tony Whatley. Number 2, another person you should check out is Nadia Russo. She is an Instagram growth expert. She's from the East Coast, but now she's in California. And she runs this incredible Instagram program that helps people, have a strategy and grow their brand on Instagram. She does a lot of other things, and she has courses and she consults, but her main thing that she does is Instagram. So if you're looking to have a strategy in place and you're trying to grow your brand on Instagram, which was the number 1 way that I was able to break out, highly recommend you check out Nadia, N-A-D-Y-A, Russo, R-O-S-S-E-A-U. I believe that's how you spell it. Number 3, John Wood. John Wood's a fantastic health expert that I've got to work with his book, Athlete Inside. Has an incredible business that helps people lose weight, get into the shape, and bring out that athlete that they once had back in the day, but now they don't. John Wood, he owns a very successful fitness company, and you should check him out either on Instagram or Facebook. He's very active, and we're going to be working with him in our upcoming programs because of his backstory and what he's able to accomplish. Number 4 is Ryan Niddle, okay? R-I-A-N Niddle, Niddell. This guy is really a jack of all trades. He does a lot of different things. He is super successful in the podcast world. So his podcast is like number 10 in the world or United States right now with views. So he's started it from the ground up, built this podcast, and now it's extremely successful. He helps big companies like even John Deere with consulting and really big names, has a big team, and he's been through it all. So Ryan Niddle, check him out. And I'm telling you, you can really ask him about anything, but really focus on the podcast because that is something you can verify right now. Ryan Niddle's podcast, great guy. Number 5 is Dan Willis, YouTube expert, superstar. Right now, Google his name. He's a millennial motivator. Follow him on Instagram. There's a lot of stuff that he has to teach. I actually went through his training, and that's why I do videos every day. He really advised me on that, and he showed me the right ways to do it. It's a long-term strategy, but I'm doing it the right way because of a guy named Dan Willis. Check him out right now. Follow him, get to know him, and even set up a consultation with him because he is the real deal, smart as they come. So there's going to be more coming. Hope you like what I had to say, and expect more in the future. Thanks so much for watching. Hey, thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you got anything from it, please like it and share it. For more tips and advice on branding, marketing, entrepreneurship, or for anyone who's looking to build it from the ground up, stay tuned for more.